Hi, Clay here. If any of you have seen my bucket garden in the past, I'm going to give you a slight tutorial on how to do the bucket system. Now, these are rain gutters. You can pick them up at Lowe's, Home Depot, or any place that does construction work. Get one trough. This one's a sampler. I've got a little short one so I can show you how it's put together. What you do is you get a trough and two end caps. You'll take and put the end cap on, and then I would silicone around the inside so you don't leak. And then what you do is you get 2x4s, the length of your trough. If it's a 10, or usually they're 10 feet long, so you get a 10-foot, two 10-foot 2x4s. And you look at the bottom. Imagine this is all one length. You take a 2x2, put it on each end, then you can put just a little board in the center. These are 7 inches wide, and you screw them right down even with the 2x4 on both sides, and the trough will just fit in the center of them nicely. Okay, that's what you got for a trough. That way you can fill the trough with water, and when you're done, once I show you about the buckets, you'll know exactly what this all means. Alright, first step is you got to get your buckets. Now if you want buckets, you need to either get them at Lowe's or Home Depot, because they're like a rubberized plastic and they hold up to the UV of the sun. Then you get yourself a hole saw, because you're going to have to drill a hole in the bottom of the bucket to fit this net cup. Now this net cup is a 3-inch net cup. You can get net cups in 2-inch, 1-inch, depending on whatever size you're looking for. So you have to have the net cup fits down into the bucket like this once you get it drilled out, and the little lip won't go through the hole. Pardon the motorcycles. Alright, now what you'll do with this net cup at that point is you will drill a small hole in the side of the net cup, and you'll also drill a small hole just off the edge of the big hole in the bucket. That way, when you put the net cup in through the bottom of the bucket, you can match those holes up. And then you could take a tie wrap. You can use aluminum wire, copper wire, anything you can, and you just reach in and run the wire through both of those holes and twist them off. That way, when you put the dirt in the bucket, you will have it'll hold the net cup down, so it ends up looking like, get it set here a little bit better, it looks like that coming out of the bottom of the bucket. Okay, and once the net cup is full of dirt and the bucket's full of dirt, what it will do is, because of the 2x4s just the right width apart, that net cup goes right down into the trough. And this being a mini trough, I can put 2 buckets on here and fill it with water, and the water will leach up through the bottom of the net cup into the bucket. And as long as this trough has water in it, you won't have to water your plants from the top. The only water you'll get from the top will be your rainwater, or if you happen to have a dry week and you want to spray your plants down, that's totally up to you. But with this being a a 10-foot trough, you can fit 9 of these buckets with the net cup on top, and you could have a row of 9 tomato plants, 9 pepper plants, and you could just keep right on going. Now I'll show you that as I get into another video showing you how I fill the buckets and use my cement mixer to mix the dirt and everything. And the nice thing about these buckets is they still have the handle on them, and you can, if you want to move your tomato plant or whatever, if it's not getting enough sun where you've got it, you can move your whole garden without having to rototill anything. Move it to a sunnier spot or a shady spot depending on where your climate is. Now, one little thing I need to tell you, that when you go to make sure that you get the right size drill for or hole saw for the net cup. The net cup will tell you how big it is, and then you get the hole saw for it. When you're drilling these out, make sure you put 1 foot on top of this handle, and then you use your free hand to hold the bucket to the floor, because then when you drill this out, if the hole saw catches, which it doesn't catch very often, but if it does, your bucket doesn't go flying. Okay, I've got you up to date on how to put your net cups in your bucket for your trough. The next time I do a video, it'll be showing you how to do the dirt, and then I'll show you how to do the planting. And once you get the planting, your garden is pretty well set, and you may have to weed once a month, if that. You don't have, because your buckets are off the ground. You put that trough on a concrete block, so it's already a foot off the ground. And with the 1.5 foot height of your bucket, you're almost 2.5 feet off the ground with your tomato plants. So you're not bending to pick your tomatoes or anything off your plants. You're standing up to even weed your garden. Easier on your back if you're elderly like I am. It's a godsend that you don't have to bend over and pick rocks and all that. You know what I'm talking about if you put a garden in. So, okay, this is Clay from Popal's Backyard Farm giving you a little tutorial on my bucket system that I use. And if you decide to do it, you can do 1 trough and just experiment with a few vegetables on your back porch. Or you can grow roses or whatever else you like to grow. Okay, this is Clay from Popal's Backyard Farm saying goodbye, and join us again. Bye-bye.